To summarize the stock management solution in 7.1p, I have just updated the class UML diagram, and we can use a couple of examples from the menu to show how this works. So we'll start with option 1, register new stock. The user's asked to enter the option, asked for the name of the new stock item and a code and a starting quantity. So the way that this works is that the program class is calling the register new stock method, which accepts a warehouse object, which is derived from the warehouse class. So if we have a quick look at the warehouse class, things to note is that there are two fields. One is for stock items, which contains a list of all the stock objects, and the same with transactions, a list of all the transaction objects. So in this case, for option 1, we're using the add new stock item method, which accepts a stock object. And if we look over onto the right, the stock class contains the fields, so the information we just entered, so the name, the code, and the quantity, or the starting quantity, and also contains a method of adding new stock objects. So in the case of option 1, we're basically calling the add new stock item method, which creates a new stock object and adds it to the stock item field, or adding it to the list. Now to start with option 2, if we want to buy more keyboards, enter the code, how many more we want to buy, and a purchase price. So the difference with this step is that we're also incorporating the execute transaction method, which is actually referring to the transaction class. So this is implemented as an abstract class, and we can see the children classes or the child classes below here. So stock purchase, stock sale, and stock adjustment. So these are inheriting um, the properties and the fields and the methods. So we can see that these fields are protected and only accessible to the child classes. And we can see down below that we are overriding the constructors for each one. So for the stock purchase, which we've done in step 2 for buying stock, we are accepting a stock object, the price and the quantity. This calls the execute method, which overrides the parent class, which basically stores the transaction to the list on the warehouse. And we also call print summary, which prints it out to the console.